You might live in a banned state such as New Jersey, Stan, or Connecticut, and you've seen the latest trend of other firearms, a legal way of having banned features in those states. Unfortunately, the store shelves are completely empty, and you're wondering, can I build one? In fact, you're asking me those questions every single day. In this video, we're discussing the Slav-approved 6.5 Grendel other firearm. What's up, everyone? Welcome Squad and welcome to Slav Guns. I'm glad to have you here. Since the start of the channel, one of the most popular series of videos has been on the new category of firearms, the other firearms. This includes the Troy A4 in both 9mm and .223, in a number of barrel length options, along with the feature-packed Darkstorm Industries Variant 1. Unfortunately, the store shelves are generally empty, and this leads people to wonder, can you put one together yourself? And for those living in free America, the question is, why should I? So let's answer those questions and discuss the parts that I put together on this gun. An other firearm, for like the 5th time, is not a rifle, as it's not designed to be fired from the shoulder and the stock. An other firearm is not a pistol, as it's designed to be fired with 2 hands, including a vertical foregrip. And it's not an AOW or any other weapon, as the overall length from the back of the buffer tube to the tip of the barrel is over 26 inches. This is why other firearms will typically have a vertical foregrip and be built around a 12 or 12.5 inch barrel. You can put one together legally as long as the firearm is put together from a virgin lower receiver which was not sold as a rifle. Meaning you can't take your Ruger 5.56 or Smith & Wesson M&P 15 and convert that into another. It has to come from a brand new lower that was sold as a lower. Almost every other day, I also get the question, is this legal in New York and can I get one? The answer is generally yes, you can probably find an FFL selling them. However, no, most everyone I discussed this with at the manufacturer level believes it is not legal in New York. The reason why these are currently legal in New Jersey and Connecticut is because the gun laws with the evil features were written for long guns and pistols, and other firearms are, well, other firearms. In New York, however, with the SAFE Act, it's written in such a way that it applies to receivers as well. And as such, the whole point of an other firearm or the configuration is moot since it uses an AR-15 lower receiver. In New York State, you're either building a featureless firearm or look at one of the new innovative fixed magazine options such as those offered by Darkstorm Industries, a New York-based firearms manufacturer. Since I've already reviewed a number of Troy and DSI options in 223 9mm, and the vast majority of other such firearms are also in those calibers, I wanted something quite a bit different. In fact, the goal was to see if we can get an other firearm capable of hitting steel plates at 1,000 yards. I reached out to a number of companies with my slightly nutty goal, and in conjunction with the virgin lower I was saving And a few small parts, we have this. This Slav approved build number 2. So, at the center of the gun is a 12.5-inch barrel in 6.5 Grendel from Rainier Arms. If you're not familiar with 6.5 Grendel, it is in a sense a neck-down 7.62x39 cartridge. It still fits within an AR-15 platform, however, it delivers more energy and extends the usable range by an additional few hundred yards over .223. For more information on the 6.5 Grendel, take a look at the videos I did with the Palmetto State Armory 20-inch 6.5 Grendel upper, linked above. In the past, I've personally used barrels from Rainier Arms and I was impressed with the value proposition. This is a 12.5-inch match barrel. The match series provides much of the quality of the Ultra Match, however at an attractive price. This barrel was right around $225 or $250. Rainier guarantees that these barrels will shoot sub-MOA with match grade ammo, and I'm perfectly going to test that. Now, why 12.5 inches? When building an other firearm, you will generally need 12 to 12.5 inches to get over the 26-inch overall length. One way to get overall package shorter is to permanently attach a muzzle device. Because I no longer live in New Jersey, Stan, and I live in free America, although it's very close to New Jersey border, I decided to stay with a 12.5-inch barrel and have the flexibility of swapping out muzzle devices instead of marrying myself to a particular device in order to save a couple of inches. The additional 2 inches of barrel length will also help provide more velocity, and that's something I will surely need if I want to hit at 1,000 yards with this gun. The barrel features a 1 1/8-inch twist, which is standard for 6.5 Grendel, and the gun is fretted 5/8x24, which is the most common fret pitch for 6mm and .308 caliber muzzle devices. Onto this barrel, I attached an insanely effective compensator, which I'm quite happy with, the Jet Blast compensator from Patriot Valley Arms. What's very nice about it is that it's self-timing, so there's no need to play with shims. Simply fret it on, align the brake, and then hand tighten the lock ring. Patriot Valley Arms also has a number of videos showing you how to do this. So what's unique about this compensator? What's unique in particular is that it's also fretted for a rugged suppressor. Not only do you have a good brake, but you can also throw on a good can whenever you feel the need to. Because I plan on using this firearm both with and without a suppressor, and wanting to have the ability to tune the gas system to further reduce the recoil, I went with an adjustable gas block. From Wojtek Weaponry, I received a clamp-on adjustable gas block. It's very reasonably priced and has been quite effective. I have on this gun the clamp-on design one. However, they also have a traditional mount with a set screw as well. For the upper receiver, I reused and repurposed an older unused upper for which I believe actually came from Spike. I also reused the rail, which is a Troy Alpha rail, one of my favorite rails for a long time for its thin design. For the bolt, I used an existing nickel boron coated bolt carrier group that I had from AIM Surplus, and I replaced the bolt with a 6.5 Grendel one. One nice upgrade on this firearm is the ambidextrous extended charging handle from Cedar Mill Firearms, and at around $40, it's a very nice upgrade. If you're using a scope, you absolutely need to use one of these in order to help manipulate the firearm. Next, the critical part to keeping this an other firearm, which is the vertical foregrip. Here I used the grip pod, which I've had for quite a while, but I didn't use. I feel for this build and the goal of being capable of hitting 1,000 yards, it is perfect. Completing the upper is a run-of-the-mill carbine gas tube and something I have on all of my ARs, the deflector brake from Havoc Tactical Solutions. 6.5 Grendel brass is expensive and I want to make sure it's saved and in good condition. The deflector brake reduces the kinks on the necks and reduces how worked the brass gets during resizing. I've previously done a video on the deflector brake, which you can find linked above, and there's also a discount code offered to Slav Guns Squat Squad. Moving down to the lower, as I've mentioned, is a Virgin Spikes AR-15 lower engraved with the NJ Gunforms logo, and I thought for this was very appropriate. To complete the lower, I used the parts kit from Palmetto State Armory along with the excellent Elite 452 trigger from my friends at Ruger. This is an excellent 4.5 pound 2-stage trigger that offers a very short take-up and a nice clean break, far better than the standard mil-spec trigger. Most of all, it's attractively priced at around $150 or less. What's really cool is that it comes in a housing which you can swap in your existing trigger and use it as a dry fire aid tool. Speaking of grips, on the lower I have my new favorite AR pistol grip, the Gratis grip from FAB. It's upright and it's quite conducive for both run and gun and precision shooting, and is part of FAB's new precision package of upgrades, including the FAB, we don't have it here, FAB Rapid Adjustable Stock and the Spikes Bipod. I was like reversing these and I don't have them on either one of these. From my friends at Mission First Tactical, I replaced the trigger guard with the upgraded oversized trigger guard. It's quite easy to install and it certainly makes it easier to use the firearm with gloves. Also from MFT is the other required part of an other firearm, which is their pistol brace. While I generally use the soft braces such as those from SB Tactical, like the SBA3, I wanted to try the Mission First brace as it represents an awesome value and it comes from a great company. The only thing to note about this brace is that it does not adjust. You lock it in place for your desired arm length. Completing the firearm are the optics and magazines. For optics, I currently have the Leupold Freedom Red Dot sight, which you've seen before, and it is co-witnessed with the backup sights from FAB. This is my first time using these sights and I'm quite happy with them. They seem very sturdy and are quite easy to adjust. When we shoot at longer distances, I will replace the sights with either a low-powered magnified optic such as the Sturka S7-126 or a higher magnified optic for testing out accuracy such as the new Strike Eagle, or what I have from my friend Alex at Affordable Optics. He let me borrow the Rudolph 5-25, I think it's 5-25, 5-25 optic, which is actually quite good as well. For magazines, I'm now using a combination of the Polymer 10-round magazines from Amend2 and the new 20-round magazines from Duramag. So let's put some rounds down range and then I'll give you my thoughts. Cool. Okay. All right, so the reason why we had that break on there is so once we come back with another firearm to America, we can put on one of these. So this is the Rugged Surge. Yes, not Serge, Surge. Should be hearing safe. There we go. Holy blowback. Okay, that dot keeps coming on and off.
Battery's dead. Much quieter than the other one, though.
Here. Right here. Let me top off the mag. Here's up there. So the question is, can you squat this? Without the brake, it might be a little bit more difficult because you definitely do feel the recoil, especially with this thin piece of plastic going in. However, without the brake, with the brake, it's pretty damn cool. Does rock you back a little bit, but no, totally squattable. Bottom line, having or putting together an other firearm is a relatively simple proposition for those in New Jersey and Connecticut. Yes, there's certainly risk, and it comes in a number of factors. First, there's always a chance that Connecticut and New Jersey redefine and go after other firearms. And of course, there will likely not be any grandfathering. The good news is, it seems like any changes that do happen need to happen legislatively, and there are now over 10,000 of other firearms, not including the home-built ones, in those states floating around. The second risk is that of not having a letter from the New Jersey State Police saying that they looked at the firearm and it's compliant. Currently, as far as I know, only the Troy A4 and the Darkstorm Industries other firearms have a letter stating that they were examined by the state police and they were compliant. For many people, that's certainly worth spending more money on to be able to sleep well at night. Yes, other firearms are legal. However, the question is, if you do get hassled either at the range or you get pulled over, how comfortable are you discussing the legality and what makes this firearm legal as an other firearm rather than as a pistol, or as a pistol with an illegal vertical grip, or as an SBR. When you build your own, you are ultimately responsible, and you must make sure that you stay within the confines of an other firearm and not build a pistol, a rifle, or an AOW by accident. Once again, a reminder, an AOW or any other weapon is completely different than an other firearm such as this. And that 1 inch means the difference between having it registered with the ATF and the state police and essentially just having another firearm which was just registered with the ATF based on the lower receiver. For those living in free America, an other firearm is in essence the way of being able to legally have a vertical foregrip on an AR pistol, just a little bit longer. Overall, I'm quite happy with the way that this firearm turned out, and it was the only way I could get a 6.5 Grendel firearm with the components that I wanted. In a future video, I will replace the red dot with a scope, such as that one, and we will take it out for some groups. I'm quite interested in seeing how far out the 12.5-inch Rainier Arms barrel can maintain its sub-MOA accuracy. So, there you go. That's my Slav-approved 6.5 Grendel other firearm based on the 12.5-inch Rainier Arms match barrel. You can find more information on the firearm in a link below, as well as all the components. And if you haven't watched the prior other firearms videos, I highly recommend that you do, and you can find the playlist for them linked above. I appreciate you watching, and if you learned something new, please make sure to click the like button and share the video with your friends. Make sure you're subscribed and you have the notification bell on to receive up-to-date notifications on our latest videos, including the follow-up to this gun, our ongoing precision rifle series, and more. You don't want to miss what's coming up next. As always, thank you for watching, keep on squatting, and I'll see you next time. Cool. Yay, now we can shoot.